everybody, this is Tamala Mann, but better known as Mama Mann, and we're in Mama's kitchen, cooking with Mama Mann. Wonder why they call me Mama Mann? Because some people call me Mama Mann, so it just kind of stuck. So you're cooking with Mama Mann today. Today we're doing one of my favorite meals for my family that my family requests that we cook. It's a story that is crazy, I'll tell you along the way, but we're gonna have meatloaf, and we're gonna have green beans, yams, and some corn. And I didn't do the cornbread, but that's normally a part of it as well that they like for me to do. Now my first meatloaf, guys, was crazy. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Today we're gonna use a pound of turkey, ground chicken actually. You can use ground turkey or chicken. I'm using chicken today, and I'm also using lean beef. Lean beef, meaning less oil in it, since we're trying to do health and wellness. So that's what we're using for our meat on that today. We got green beans, I'm using them in a can today, green beans and corn. But I'm gonna start with the green beans because they take a minute. And I started some, and I put onion in it. You kind of do that according to taste. I've already put probably maybe I'm a dump cook. I learned that from my mom. Dump cook meaning you just kind of put in to taste. Probably put in about a half a cup of onions because I like for them to have some taste. I put garlic seasoning in there, granulated garlic. I use seasoned salt, just a basic black people seasonings. And black pepper. Put some of that in there. And gonna put some butter, and I put a little olive oil in it as well. And that's my green beans. So we're gonna put probably about a half of butter in there. Maybe just a little bit more than half inside of it. You know, you want to have a nice taste. Well, it's not as many because I did 3 cans. I normally do more, but then we're also gonna do corn. So I'm gonna put the other half of this at the bottom, so once it cooked down, it already has some flavor of the butter inside of it. So this is the corn. I always drain my the water that's on the corn. I drain that off and put real water on it. So I got some real water, so it just won't dry out. And I put a little seasoned salt, the black pepper. And I just use probably about a half teaspoon of sugar. We do. So I'm just gonna shake a little of this sugar in here from my yams. And I gotta go get me a pot for my yams. So we got that going. I want this to already get going, so as I'm fixing the meatloaf, we're already into this thing. You know, we're into this thing. We're cooking this thing. We're making this thing happen. All right, we're gonna move all this out the way. I told you, if you watched me before, I clean as I go so I don't have a messy kitchen. So that's how that go. All right, let me get a pot for my yams. Try to keep a pretty good, decent kitchen here with everything together. All that good stuff. Gotta have a lid on it because you want this to cook down pretty quick. But yams really don't take that long to cook, just to kind of put you at ease. Turn this fire up on my green beans now. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I put this in my green beans. A smoked turkey neck. Let me get him for you. Look at that. Now don't y'all grab this. This me, I cook so I can grab that. See that? Smoked turkey neck. We got him going in there. All right, so that's to give some more flavor on there. Some more flavor on there. And we have yams. I'm gonna get them going. Like I said, it don't take for yams to cook that long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the meatloaf together. So, cause it takes it a while to cook. It's gonna take you about an hour and a half, or a good hour, maybe 20 on your meatloaf, because when I'm using turkey and chicken and the lean meat, it don't take as long for it to cook. So we putting a pound of ground beef in there. I'm mixing, depending on how big your meatloaf needs to be, for your family. But today I'm using a pound. We're at home, so y'all hear the dog barking in the back. That's Prince. If y'all watched the show, He's grown now. He's a big dog. He think he is. So what we use in the meatloaf, just so you can see, is I use, and I got this tip from an old friend, meatloaf fixing right here. We have a package of meatloaf seasoning, and we also have a Lipton tea onion seasoning. So we're gonna mix all of this. Okay, so we're doing our meatloaf. So we're doing a pound of lean ground meat. We're using also another pound of ground chicken this time, but you can use turkey or you can use all turkey or all chicken if that's what you prefer. But my family, we prefer how I've made it, we mix it together. So we're still getting a better healthy choice. Okay, so we got it in here. So we're gonna use a package of Lipton seasoning, like the Lipton soup. Y'all like, what? Yes, put it in there, trust me. You're gonna have you something going there. Everybody gonna love you. Cause my first meatloaf that I made for my family, I didn't have this recipe. I got this from a family friend, close family friend. And it's been the bomb ever since. My first one I made for David, y'all, he laughed at me. And he said, I ain't eating that. I was offended because I was newly into our marriage and trying to learn how to cook. And this brother said, I ain't eating that. Now that's crushing too. Isn't that crushing? He did it to me, but it's okay. It made me keep working at this thing. And guess what now? It's one of his favorites. So we're gonna put 2 eggs in it. We got breadcrumbs. And we also have Ritz crackers. You gotta put your little bit of both, you know, it's cause it's gonna add just a little sweet and a little savory in there, you know, with the regular breadcrumbs. So I already got some open right here. So I'm gonna do my breadcrumbs. And what else I'm adding to it is liquid smoke, about a tablespoon. Spread it out. And also got liquid smoke, and we also have Worcestershire sauce, if I'm saying that right. Worcestershire sauce. However you want to say it, that's what it is. I'm putting it up in there. That's I'd use about a tablespoon and a half on that. Okay, we got that going. We got our breadcrumbs. We're gonna shake that's probably about a cup breadcrumbs. Then we're gonna use a can, remember, of the Hunt's meatloaf fix. This has your chopped up onions in it, your bell pepper, tomato, all this is in one. We ain't gotta do all that, you know, chopping. This is making it easy for us young people now who don't want to do all that. We don't have to do all that. And you want to make sure you know how make sure you got all your shoes and everything when you're getting ready to get dressed up. You got all your jewelry, you got all your undergear and everything. You want your kitchen to be set up like that. You want all your utensils. You want your can openers. You want your spatulas, good knives. You want a nice kitchen. Not to say you gotta love it, but you want it to be well put together. Now, if you're a new cook with your eggs, break your eggs over a bowl like so you can see in it, because you don't want no shells. That would be terrible if you had shells in your food. It happened to me before. So these are rich crackers. We're gonna break these up real good. And because I'm a real cook too, guys, I got my ring on, but since I gotta mix this meatloaf up, I'm gonna take her off. Ooh, it fell in there. Oh my. All right, we mix it. This is the messy part. But this is what you call cooking with love. You got that, Mike? Look at that. That's Mike behind this camera. Okay. Make sure. And just for me and my family, we love it. I'm gonna add a little ketchup in there. Just a little bit. Just a little ketchup. That's probably about 2 tablespoons. Not too much, just a little bit. Not too much, just a little bit. All right, we still mixing. This takes a minute. You may want to put you on some gloves. It's okay. Put you on some gloves if you don't like your hands getting dirty. For me, it's for my family. Something good. Something new has been added. Good old home down cooking. Ain't nothing like it. Okay, we're gonna mix this up. And we're gonna put this straight into this pan right here. This dish. Right? See, it's holding real good together. See how it's holding real good? It's not falling apart. That's what you want. It's holding real good. It's holding. All right, we're gonna take it to the dish. It's already pretty much all together. Remember, I told you I clean up as I go. So we got him. Make a nice little loaf. Because when you get ready to put this right here is your filling that you put on top, that you pour on top. This is what you see right here. I use a can of that meatloaf fixing and probably about, probably about a 1/4 a cup, maybe ketchup, add to that so it won't be so tangy. But if you do like tang, you may not want the ketchup. If your family don't like that little sweet taste, mine's do. I'll wash my hands so we can put that in the oven. All right, get all that off of there. All that good old marinade, everything go around on there. All right, we're gonna take this to the oven. Take this to the oven. We're gonna set the oven. We're gonna let this cook probably about an hour and 20 minutes. You may have to add, I always start at the bottom so it can brown. Start at the bottom and then you come on up. All right, 350. So we're gonna, what now? We're gonna go back here. We're gonna put our yams on. I diced up some already, but I think I need to do this last one so I can make sure I have enough. So how I peel it, just gonna peel them right quick. You can use a potato peeler if you prefer. I have potato peelers, but I like using knives as well. Went a little deep on that cut. It don't take long if you just put, just get yourself into it. Put your back into it. Put your back, your hand into it, really. I don't know no more words. I don't have no more. All right, so he got peeled up. We're gonna chop him up. Look at that girl work that knife. What? This is my cinnamon that you're gonna put inside of your yams. Another tip that I learned from someone else is when you're doing your yams, you add your sugar and your seasoning and everything, you don't have to add water. Your yams actually make their own water. Isn't that something? Learn something new every day. I'm gonna put about a stick of butter in it. Yep, and then I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups of sugar, because that's gonna make our candy part. Here, I told you I was a dump cook, so I would say use probably about a tablespoon or a little less of cinnamon. Nutmeg, this is what it really gives you flavor. So you do want to use about a tablespoon of nutmeg. For you guys who are, for me to need to show you, it's too big, so I'm gonna have to do 3 of these so I can add up to a table for you. Now I said 1.5 cups of sugar, but because for my family, we do this, every now and then, not every day. But you sugar it according to your taste. If you want to use a Splendor sugar, monk sugar, I use that a lot. Splendor, you can use that as well. But for my family, everybody's not into it, but we're doing better. Because normally I do more sugar than this, but I'm just using 1.5 cups. And some of y'all probably say, what? But this is probably about 5 sweet potatoes that you see in this pot. So we have a lot to kind of equal up to the amount of sugar. And we're gonna put the butter in it. This is not quite a whole stick of butter. I do want all of that, so I'm just taking it off there. Just keeping it real. I'm at the house. I'm keeping it real. So that's what we got on that. We're gonna turn the fire on him. He'll boil for probably about 15-20 minutes, and he'll be ready. It don't take yams long, but just make sure you watch him. If your heat is high like mine, sometimes just give it a slight stir, but you don't want to keep stirring it because you'll break them down. You want them to stay firm. Okay, so everything is cooking. We put our nutmeg in there, cinnamon, and butter, and sugar. That's all you put in your yams. That's how you get candied yams, right? Right. All right, we're cleaning up now, and we're cooking. The daddy didn't want to eat it. Yeah, he didn't want to eat my meatloaf. But you know the thing about it, y'all? You know who ate it? My brother-in-law, Petey, ate it. And one of his good best friends, brother Jesse. Jesse ate my meatloaf. They didn't complain. They said it was good. But now he eats it. Now that's a story right there. Hey, don't quit. That means keep going. If somebody tell you it ain't good, keep working on it. All right, I'm going to look in on my green beans. Boy, them turkey necks look good. That's green beans right there. We got our corn right here looking good. All right now. Woo! Yams. Remember I told you don't take that long, and they make their own juice. Look at that. See how they ain't putting no water on them. But they full of they candying. See, that's the thing is you want candied yams. That mean, you know, I know we doing health and wellness. That don't mean you eat a whole cup of them. You just eat your couple of them, and you still can stay within the bounds of eating what you want in moderation. So that's the yams. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the oven and we're gonna look in on our meatloaf and we're gonna put our topping on it. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Put it at the top. Ooh, look at that. I'm gonna put it at the bottom right to meet them. I'm gonna put this across there. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that sauce on it. And also, you can make mashed potatoes with your meatloaf, whatever your family likes. Now, usually when I cook this, I cook mashed potatoes and yams because my daughter-in-law don't eat. She don't eat yams, but she eat mashed potatoes. But today, it's only yams, since we on the time clock. And y'all can see I clean my dishes up, got them sitting. I clean up behind myself as I go. So we got that. We're gonna let our meatloaf, let that marinate and glaze across the top of that meatloaf, right? And by then, our yams will be done because our corn is done. I'm gonna cut it off. The green beans are done. I'm gonna cut them off. Just let them sit right here so they can stay hot and fresh. Y'all, it's almost time to eat. Let me get me a plate. 5 more minutes. We be ready. Y'all ready? We about to get some meatloaf. Hold on. I'm excited. Woo-hoo. This first time me cooking this for y'all. Oh, look at that. Man, don't that whoo, man, that look good. Okay, I'm gonna make me a plate. I'm gonna turn that around right there. You got that? Cause then I'm gonna set me a plate right here, and I'm gonna make a plate. Everything. Lay them down like that, Need me a little sauce on there, like that. I need a spoon. Sorry. Move over here. Got your green beans. Got your corn. As Mama and them will say, you got the candied yams. Plate. Put that down there. Woo! Boy. There you go. That's a good old home cook, down home soul food cooking right here. Look at it. Look at it. You got it? Oh, don't he pretty? I didn't get that off there like that. What's my fork I had? You know what? I'm gonna taste this. This is great. Home cooked meal, ain't nothing like it. Remember, everybody, we're gonna judge less and love more. Till next time, Mama see ya. Yeah. Mama, mama, mama. Mama, mama, mama.